Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to a busy week with the All Pro Football Editor APFe release. It's been really busy. There's been a lot going on, but I've had a lot of questions and I wanted to do a quick video to share with you guys some tips and tricks and frequently asked question type things for those who are purchasing the editor and just getting started with it. This way, you guys have at least an introduction to what you should be doing with the editor, right? So starting off, we have the product page now, and it's on SimHeads. And if you go to products, you'll see all the different products on here that are available. APFe is obviously the one that we're talking about here, and people that buy it, they don't really know like what to do. They're asking questions about how does it work? Can I use old rosters? They try to take their season files from the past and just start, working on them. And the one thing I can tell you guys is to just make sure that you spend some time without just jumping and rushing into questions and then feeling lost. Using APFE is not a very simple thing if you don't know what you're doing, because there's a very specific set of instructions that you're going to want to follow. And once you start getting used to and comfortable with the software, then you can become more advanced and use it to its fullest potential. And especially with the brand new franchise mode, there are going to be things that you're not going to know, and that franchise mode is very, 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 very important that you keep to the script and you don't just go off and do your own thing. Okay. And as we all know, the reason why I'm saying this is because making rosters is not a simple thing. You don't just push a button and your roster is done, especially when you're trying to make a quality roster and you're researching your players and you're doing the best uniforms, and your player names are on point and everything is quality, quality, quality. It takes a lot of effort. So the last thing you want to do is put all that effort in and make mistakes, and all of a sudden your roster is lost. Okay, so I'm going to show you some quick tips and tricks that I don't think I have in the other videos to get you guys started. First thing I would do is head on over to the FAQ page, and this page has a load, I'd say 20 questions or so of common questions that we keep hearing from the community, and this is going to be your first stop. Go here, take a look through here, and make sure that you read these before you get started. Second thing you're going to want to do is head on over to the my YouTube channel and go to the APFE tutorials playlist and start watching these. You can start at the installation one. You can go to the controls. You can look at help and support. If you're on an Xbox 360, you're going to want to go on that tutorial to get started. And PS3 users, same thing. Go to the PlayStation 3 tutorial. The mode types one is very important because that one tells you the difference between an online mode and an offline mode, and what a roster mode is versus a season mode. And you have these modes here as well. So really what I'm trying to tell you is you need to do your homework. You need to spend time and watch these videos. If you guys watch every one of these videos, and there's like 29 of them, yeah, 29 right here, and there's going to be 30 with this one. You guys, unfortunately, I know you want to jump in there and just start making things work, but if you want to save time in the long run, make sure that you watch these videos. I'm hearing too many questions that could have been answered if you would have just watched the videos. Now, I know there are a lot of videos, which is why I'm doing this one. This is going to be a quick and dirty, like top high level of what to do, which is why I'm telling you go watch the videos, because they tell you what to do. If you're going to be working with franchise mode, definitely watch the franchise mode tutorial. If you want to save some time and you don't have an hour to waste, well, watch the franchise light tutorial. Okay, that one goes through it in 10 minutes, right? But I say watch them all because they're all going to be important. So the tutorials. The next thing you're going to want to do is go to the Discord channel. The APFE Discord server has a already a very live community. There are people dropping in here left and right since the release, and it's only going to keep growing. So jump in here. There are people that are asking questions for help. They're giving suggestions. They're putting bug reports in there. There's also an FAQ in here that has more things for PS3 guys. If you need to download brute force, it's on here. I tried to put it elsewhere, but they get blocked for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I'm putting it here. So there are things that are in Discord that are really valuable, and you guys can come on in here. We're also talking about making a group roster where everyone makes a team or a division to make a complete roster so we can start to play franchise mode. So there's a community growing here, and you guys, I recommend you jump on in here if you haven't already. And like I said, you can get help from the community. I'm helping out a lot, and there's a lot of value here. Okay. The last thing you're going to want to do is, another thing you're going to want to do is, if you go to the product page, you have all the different links here. The tutorials are right here. The Discord server is here, and you can go to the forums as well. They're empty because I think Discord is kind of taken over. Okay. But the point is that if you need help or you have any questions, you go through all the stuff I just went through. If you still can't figure it out, you can go to the Discord server and go to the help channel. Okay. Go to the help channel or bug report, depending on what you're finding, and you can communicate there. You can also create a ticket inside of AP or SimHeads, and you can put a ticket in here, and I'll get to you that way as well. If you want the fastest response, go to the Discord server. Okay. Now, the last thing I'm going to say is there are a couple questions that keep coming up. Okay. First of all, this only works on PC, doesn't work on a Mac. Second thing that comes up is, does it work for PS3? It works exactly the same for PS3 and Xbox 360. They both have the same full functionality of options that you can use. They're different in how they work, which is why you want to watch the videos, but in terms of the editor, there's not one system that gets more than the other, okay? Another thing is, with the rosters, you don't want to just jump out and grab an online roster. You don't want to do that. Like if you go to SimHeads and you grab one of the rosters that have been posted out there that have been modded, you really don't want to just do that, because those rosters were used on the old system, the old All Pro Football editor. That system had more bugs than this one, and there are things that this one does that are totally different. So you can take the old rosters, you can throw them into the new APFE, and you can do them at your own risk. Okay, you can use them at your own risk, and I'm not going to guarantee they're going to work. What I would do is, if you can get a roster to load on the old, if you can get an old roster to load, and you load it into APFE, I would suggest that you export that roster. Okay, and there's a tutorial on that. I just told someone in the suggestions or help right here. There's an import teams tutorial. I would export the old rosters, the teams, and you can do it in one click. You just click export all teams, and then I would take that export and I would import them into a brand new fresh roster from All Pro Football. Okay, so that's my recommendation when it comes to rosters that have been used in the past. Don't use them, and if you're going to use them, only export from them. Second thing is season mode or franchise mode. Really, you definitely don't want to use any season file from the past, whether they've been modded or not. They're not going to work. You need to watch the franchise tutorial like I just mentioned, okay? You need to watch that tutorial, and it walks you through everything related to the franchise mode, okay? If you watch this tutorial, the light one or the full one, it walks you through step by step everything that you need to know when it comes to how to build your franchise. And it's very important that you do this before you jump in and make any changes. Okay, there are already people that have been making mistakes and they didn't watch the video and they forgot to do the right step, and then they've wasted their time. So if you're going to do a franchise mode or season mode, you cannot use an old file. You have to follow this video and you need to watch the video. Another thing that you guys should know about that's very important that I want to make sure you're aware of is the help documentation. Okay, I did an entire video on the help documentation, but I'm going to bring it up here so you guys can see it in full force. So wherever you are in the editor, okay, I don't know why it opened up there, but wherever you are in the editor, if you hit the F1 key, it brings up the user documentation. And even in here, it tells you exactly what to do for franchise mode. Okay, it tells you all the different screens. Okay, it tells you getting started. This is what you should do. Which one of the things you need to do is auto backups. You need to set the options for auto backups to on, and this is going to automatically back up your files. Okay, so you're going to want to do that. This documentation took me a while to do, so you guys, if you want to have a reference documentation, you don't want to wait for a video to show you everything. A lot of what's in the videos is in here. I think more even. So just go through here and check it out. Okay, if you go in the editor, and I'm going to open up my season file, which by the way, another thing, as your season and your franchise grows, as the data grows, as you get more and more years, it's going to take a little bit longer to open up the editor. Okay, there's no way really around that right now. So if you have 10 years in your franchise, well, just wait for a little bit for the editor to open up. Okay. Another quick thing, and I'm just giving you random things that I'm trying to remember. When you're in the season mode and you go to your schedule, when you do a schedule generator, this can take up to like 10 minutes, depending on how it works. What it tries to do is it tries to get a combination of all of the games and all of the teams. And I actually watched a video about this from the NFL. And there used to be a guy that built the NFL schedule on his own, and it would take him like a whole year or more to do it because it's so sophisticated. This isn't as sophisticated, of course, but the point is that it's a very, very, very complex system. And for it to work, to have the right combination of away games and home games and opponents that are in your division and not in your division, all that stuff, this can take some time. Sometimes it might take a minute. Sometimes it might take 10. But the point is that when you run this and you hit start, you might want to walk away or just wait because it might take some time. Another thing, when you hit those question marks, okay, I'll do it again. These question marks here that you see, they take you right to where you are. You can do F1 and it will do the same thing from here, okay? What else was I going to show you? There's another thing. There are more. Yeah, the tool, the settings. So inside of here, you want to make sure that this is checked because this is going to back up your file every time there's a save or an import or there's some change to your file. This will back up your file for you, and you're going to want to do that. Okay? So that's pretty much it. I just want you guys to make sure that you don't get frustrated and you don't feel like you're missing things. And speaking of missing things, one last thing I'll mention before I get off is on SimHeads. If you purchase the editor, which obviously I hope that nobody's sharing this thing because there's a lot of work put into it. And this is what I'm going to tell you. There's two things. Okay, good. I just remembered. One thing is if you want updates and you want to find out where the editor is, if there's a new version or not, you can do it on the Updates tab inside of the APFe products page. You can also go to the changelog channel, and it tells you everything that's happening with the updates. There's announcements in here as well that tell you that there's a new update, so you have that. Another thing, if you guys want to see this thing grow and you really want more features, remember, this took me like almost a year, like 8 months at least, maybe 10, full time working on this. Okay? If you guys want to see this to grow, you want to see this thing grow and get bigger and stronger, because now the franchise is in place. Now we can have cool things like I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to bring it over here. You can have like dashboards and stuff. And I was looking at the Access football game, okay, as an example of ideas. You can see that there are different screens that we can do. We can do screens that are similar to this that show you weekly awards, yearly awards. I mean, things that are in 2K that I've written down, the old 2K. And shout out to Access Football and Danny Jugan and his team. They've done a great job with building a game. But the point is, like, this can all be in APFE. but we need the support to be there. If you guys are sharing the editor and not half the people aren't paying for it, well, all you're doing is hurting yourself because you're not gonna get the updates that you want down the road. Okay. Another thing is if you guys really want to see this grow, donate more if you can. Tell your friends, retweet, get the community to be larger. And if the money is there and the support is there, then I will be able to justify spending time on it. Okay. I was working full time on this. Okay. And this is not like if you guys don't support it, that's fine too. I'm just telling you straight up. If you want this to get bigger and you want this to get better, it needs to get a lot of support. Okay. A lot of support. And, if it's just a small community that's doing it, that's fine. There would still be updates. There will be minor updates, nothing crazy, but I'm not going to jump in and do a brand new, uh, pre-game planning type of thing or training camp or, draft classes and all this extra stuff, these dashboards. I'm not going to be able to do all that because there just won't be enough money. And at the end of the day, we all have to eat, right? So this is your opportunity to support. This is your opportunity to tell your friends, family, coworkers, whoever that don't know about this game. This APFE can become huge. So I'll leave you guys with that. Thanks to everyone out there who has supported the All Pro Football editor in the past and my other things that I've created. I really, really, really want to say special thanks to everybody out there. I'm not going to name any names because I don't want to, miss anybody or forget any names. But I do want to tell you that anyone that's out there that has supported, whether it be a tweet, a like, a subscription, a comment, donation, a roster, a video of your own, a mod of your own, whatever you've done in the sim community to get us a better game, a better experience, I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope that we can keep this rolling and the ball's on your guys' court. Hopefully you guys come through and this becomes something great. You want a better franchise mode. You want things to become better for All Pro Football. You know what you got to do. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get this sub count up. Let's get these followers up on Twitter and get in the Discord channel and we'll chat it up. Thanks for watching. Have fun modding. Have fun with your franchise mode. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.